Hello, ZSR. I hope you can hear me. We are back for the match 2. No, match 2. For the Link to the Past randomizer match between alkalineace and homemadebeer. Our wonderful trackers are Daruk and Toffile. And our commentators are Raka and the Titan84. So take it away.
Thank you very much. Yes, we have a wonderful race here today. Our runners are going to get started anytime soon. I am the Titan84 and I'm joined here by Raka. How are you doing?
Hello everyone. Doing pretty well. Kind of came in here at the last second, but very excited. This is the first race between these two runners, and they've both been putting some pretty impressive times up. Although, granted, this is randomizer, so that doesn't necessarily mean too much.
Yeah. As usual, this is the Crosskeys Tournament, so we are just having a perfectly normal Crosskeys seed where everything is randomized and no entrances are safe.
Yeah, there's always that initial go around. Hopefully you don't find Ganon on accident, because then you end up having to save and quit back out because you can't get out of the room.
Yeah. But these runners are good enough to at least check the irregular entrance before dropping down, at least until they found Ganon and the useless fairy.
Absolutely. So this is, like I said, going to be the first time these two runners have competed, at least head-to-head. They have been in 4 races together, but this is the first one we run competition. On average, alkalineace is about 2 minutes faster, but granted that is an average across 88 races. homemadebeer's average is right at 2 hours, but that's across 326 races, so that... when you have more races, then those outliers just kind of pull you a little bit more, so you can't really judge too much by that.
Yeah, Crosskeys races normally last around 2 hours, 2 hours 10, depending on how rude the seed wants to be. AGA 1 or having to do AGA 2, if the myths are just required for 5 different items. You know, the normal things.
Yeah, all the normal things that randomizer does to you that makes you frustrated, and then Crosskeys is just extra annoying but also fun about it. It's one of those things that, I swear, every time I play Crosskeys, I love it after having done it, but there's always some point during the actual race where I'm like, why did I play this mode again?
Yeah, it's so fun when you actually have to buddy a walk for like 2 minutes just to get to your Moopo. But we have a countdown now, so in about 10 seconds we are gonna be starting this race. And as per usual, in the start of any Crosskeys seed, it is a flurry of activities.
Alright, they're going to be going everywhere and trying to find everything, and here we go. Both of them starting out at their house, so we're going to find out that first item. A massive 10 arrows, exactly what they're hoping to find. And their house exits to where they expected.
Only getting a bomb, that's quite actually important, because having 1 bomb can give you 1 extra entrance.
And actually just picks up a second one. So, going to have a lot of options. That is definitely not going to be a jump that works. You go and have fake flippers going on the side of alkalines. Moving over towards where you would turn in the mushroom if you had it, but of course you don't.
Well, that's the kid.
We have found Sick Kid at one of the Oracle huts.
And that's Spiral Cave. That's a really bad spot for Spiral Cave.
Oh, it absolutely is. It's one of those... we'll get back there eventually, but that is not a nice location because it's not really near anywhere.
If that is our logical access to the Dark World, this seed has already started extremely horribly.
It's definitely not what they're looking for. It does look like we're in the area of what would be Eastern Palace, over on the side of... homemadebeer. I completely blanked on the name for a second because I'm amazing. So, old man, you're not here. Where is this? Oh, interesting.
So yeah, we got these hideout drop down where the useless fairy usually is, and we are gonna get a hula hat. Now, this is a very common start in Crosskeys because you want that money. You need that money to get bombs.
Yeah, there are entirely too many things that you have to be able to. Just having the money to be able to buy it early on just unlocks so much more of, and so you're not shoved into a certain direction. You can kind of play what comes at you.
Yeah, and the Eastern Entrance was also pointless. Yeah, it looks like Alka is gonna follow into this eastern area now that homemadebeer has already checked.
Yep, now both of them know where Sick Kid is, but neither of them have a bottle, so it does not help them at all. And we do go ahead and find...
Yeah, that's a dam, which is very useful to find early on.
Oh, wow, and we've got... Okay, actually, that's the bomb upgrade. I always get excited when I see the bomb upgrade symbol, because I'm like, oh, they found the... And then I realized that's not actually a real bomb thing, that's just you get to carry more. Now, granted, that does actually give them 15 bombs at this point, which is relevant.
It is very relevant, because having that many bombs... Oh, Sank is in Ganon today.
I do love that the Dark World sprite is just the chicken. It's one of my favorite things is just seeing these custom sprites and what you choose to do for the opposite side.
Yeah, like for example, the Navi sprite, you have the GameCube up button.
So do go ahead and have... I will say, I do feel like Alkaline should have a little bit of an advantage here because, you know, one is playing a monkey, one is playing a bird, and I feel like a bird is going to be able to move around the map a little bit faster. If only it actually worked that way.
If only. Yeah, homemadebeer has been avoiding the village for a while now.
Which is a bit surprising. That's not normally what I see because there's so many entrances. Though, of course, you can end up going through one a bit the wrong way. And we do go and have the back entrance to Turtle Rock on the side of Alkaline. There's that ether coming on the side of Homemade. We don't actually know if that's necessary for anything. Poor Alkaline sitting here just trying. It is so not intimidating because you do it a lot, but just to be sitting there and being like, oh, these stupid lasers?
I mean, you have 3 hard green mail, it just takes 1 hit.
As we do have Alkaline demonstrating for us.
Yeah, it is not that easy to actually get these done perfectly, and you need to do it perfectly, otherwise, yeah, you die.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I commented or cursed the Alkaline, and I'm sorry. But that is the reward for going through that and 3 times the charm, because that is a very nice pickup.
Early glove is super good to have.
Meanwhile, Diddy gonna go under the bridge and go ahead and like rob a sleeping guy for $50?
And the twin entrance being completely vanilla. Not the exit though, hopefully.
I was gonna say, it depends hopefully on what that item is. I guarantee if that item was really, really good and the exit wasn't vanilla, they'd be so frustrated.
Also a connector. Oh, we found the front of the castle on Hylia Island.
Fantastic. Decent number of checks that can be done in here. And of course, this is the first area you ever go to in the game. You can get through the entire thing. Obviously not the upper part of castle.
That's the bomb shop? No, sorry. the potion shop, but we also found the smith.
Oh, I had. All right, would you go ahead and have the bug net, which is not what you need to do to get Sickit to talk to you? I'd like to imagine the Sickit AI just being very confused. When you go there with the bug net but not a bottle, he's like, I can't give you the, but you have the, but.
That was the bug shop.
All right, inside the house, we do have a single arrow, exactly what Alkaline wanted. Meanwhile, this is going to be like.
Yeah, I just wonder how. Yeah, homemadebeer can't kill that guard for the key, so he can't actually continue.
And of course, burning in the back of. I'm actually surprised it took this long to check the chest in Sanctuary, but burning in the back of Beer's mind, this entire run is going to be the chest in Zelda's cell, because of course they couldn't get there. Oh, I love Diddy has the.
It's a banana.
It's not that funny, but it is.
Unfortunately, I missed what the magic backdrop was.
I did as well.
Vanilla bat. Thank you, chat. And just a dark room there.
All right, going to go ahead and pay quite a bit of money in order to get a map. I don't think that's worth it. That kind of feels like whenever I first was introduced to Tingle in. Oh, we do get a shield out of the stairway house. I don't call any of the rooms by the right name, by the way.
We did get a bottle, but Sick Kid only had junk for us, unfortunately. And that is the useless fairy. So we have Ganon in the Lost Woods or behind Avalon.
All right, Diddy Kong moving down. We've seen so many flake flippers here.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's not that rare of a trick, but it's still. I think this is the most fake flippers I've seen in like less than 10 minutes of any game I've commentated. Granted, that's not an extensive list. All right, Diddy gonna go in here and find the spiral cave. Totally remember what that was. Don't know what you're talking about.
We also have these down.
So shovel coming out of Thieves Town. That unlocks a single check, unfortunately. It's a dead drop, except when it isn't. And 20 whole rubies. Here comes the Houlihan on the side of Nope, not got confused about which place we were. Never mind.
Yeah, he's probably going to do Houlihan here. Yeah, just continuing. Oh, right, we got the vanilla Sank entrance here. Oh, that's a moon pearl.
Yep, that's a moon pearl in Thieves Town. So everyone that really, really, really loves seeing that chicken, I'm sorry, unless we have one of those little spinny doos that actually hit them, we're not going to see the chicken for the rest of the game. Although, if we go to Kakariko Village, there are other chickens to feast your eyes upon. And in the front of the castle, we do go ahead and run into 300 rubies, or 10 or 6 sleeping bums worth.
We have Bunny Cave here from Ocal. alkaline. Nothing of use, unfortunately.
Yes, well, got 3 bombs, but bombs are less of a priority as we get deeper and deeper into this game.
Yeah,
Not
right
the cause of.
Yeah, right now it's our main weapon.
It is a bit surprising. They found so many items that aren't actually weapons, except for the Ether Medallion, which is a weapon, but they have such a hard time actually getting magic for it, so
Yeah,
kind of still not.
that was a library in the lumberjack hut, and we got a
Looks like a heart container.
heart container, which means that we have Ganon here in the Lost Woods, I believe. If I have not completely miscalculated.
So yep, that does mean that we don't need Aghanim for the lumberjack. Ped is still potentially alive. For those of you that want your friends to suffer and have to do extra dungeons, which definitely includes me, by the way. It's always an interesting thing about the Zelda randomizer community. We always want Ped to be a thing, even though it's a speed run, and we should logically not want extra stuff to have to be done.
As a runner, you normally don't want to see it, but as chatters and commentators, we love to see it.
Give us more things to look at.
Yeah. Now, homemadebeer is gonna go into the village and do all of these checks. Alkaline has gloves, has moon pearl, and can find Blind's hut.
It's kind of ironic. As Homemade goes into the village, you find one of the village areas that you were really looking for, but it wasn't in the village because, of course, this mode. And gets a whole 10 arrows and a heart piece. Definitely worth the wait.
Yeah, this is really disappointing, Blind.
Looks like Blind actually took all of his stuff into the Dark World this run through. Didn't leave anything in his hut.
2 maps, that's it.
2 maps and half a heart. I feel like that's Blind's way of saying half a heart is the equivalent of world's smallest violin. Like, here, you get this, but go away.
Yeah, the good thing here is that both of our runners will be having Moonfall at 15 minutes, so we are not going to have 10-minute bunny walks in the Dark World where we can't do anything.
And it does look like there's the $300 from Uncle. I want to be like that guy's nephew. Oh my goodness! If that's his allowance.
It's probably the inheritance.
I'm now imagining Link going into the tunnel and, your uncle's been stabbed and it's just like, well, it is Sunday, here's your allowance, Link, as he's bleeding out, because that's the kind of family they have.
Yeah.
I mean, it can't be inheritance, the uncle doesn't die. Spoilers for the end of the game that we've all seen 1,000 times.
He gets better, okay? Well, that was by elimination. We had to find the well here in the normal drop down.
See if that's most of the big. Oh, that's a nice pickup. Pegasus boots in well.
That's really good, and yeah, homemadebeer is gonna make his way over there because he is going to know that it's the well that's over there. But yeah, it's not gonna make too much of a difference.
Yeah, the Wind Waker bird definitely. Oh, that's the fact they haven't found a sword yet is a low-key tragic.
We have no other weapon to activate the switches with.
I really feel like you should be able to smack it with a shovel. Like, that should work. If I was there, I could make it work with a shovel.
This is really slow, by the way.
You're definitely not what you're looking for. And hey, at least you're replenishing some of the bombs you used.
Very true, very true.
I guarantee you both of them are just like scrounging for a sword right now.
Well,
Like kingdom for a sword?
Any weapon.
Well, okay, very true. I always feel better when I have a sword just because that's a weapon that doesn't go away. Like you can kind of like make progress with like a boomerang or a hook shot, but inevitably you run into enemies who just get stunned and you have to kill them anyway. There's Diddy picking up the chicken in order for an homage of the lost sprite for Medley.
Interesting that homemadebeer already buying a potion.
Well, I mean, I guess actually because yeah, we still need Zora check.
Yeah. And you know, the Kiki money, the Smiths, we still have a little bit of money to spend in the seed.
Yeah, that is very true. I never think about the Kiki money because Kiki is so cheap. Alright, and we do dig up a small key to Castle Tower.
Okay, that's the one key you don't want to see. Well, you want to see one key, but the second one is absolutely pointless, is the...
Yeah, because all it does is unlock a boss, and we've already checked Lumberjack, so no, we don't need it.
We already have Dark World access by same with Sank.
Alright, back into the Dark World is homemade beer. I do think homemade beer probably does better in the dark rooms, just because very, very used to having vision impaired because of heavy intoxication.
That's one way to interpret it, and we did get... Okay, so we have connector from the twins' house to desert, back of desert entrance. Then we have Castle Tower East. We have it? Where desert normally exits.
So now, oh, that's interesting. Castle
Yeah.
Tower is being, like, only check that first room and then is leaving, even though they do have the key for it. I'm not 1,000% sure why you wouldn't go and check the other two chests. You definitely have enough bombs to make it.
Oh god, that is a connector up to east side the Death Mountain in the library.
Okay, we're just checking what the connectors were before they... Probably because they wanted to be able to death warp back out. That does make sense. If you can't tell, my experience is definitely not with Crosskeys.
Yeah. It is a little bit confusing, but you get the hang of it quite quickly, that the entrances is just another layer of items that you just have to find.
No, never mind. We do go ahead and have Alkaline is just going to death warp back out. Not going to check the rest of the basement.
No, because the rest of the basement is not technically in logic without the small key. Unfortunately for homemadebeer, he is not having a good time with these lasers.
Well, that's at least making it fair, because we definitely had that happen once before.
Yeah, so you can get that one chest there with invulnerability frames, but the rest of them you actually need to move carefully past.
I'm going to be very happy he did go to the most relevant chest, although of course he's going to check them all.
Yeah, no weapon here is not fun, and I don't think we got the chest.
I was totally watching the lasers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did not get the item there. We did not get the item there. The rats can be, sorry, the ropes can be really annoying in that room. However, with the boots, if you know that you're along the bottom of that wall, if you bonk into the torch, the bottom right torch there, you place yourself right underneath the chest, so you just press up and open it.
Very good tech to have. I'm still kind of astounded that we haven't found a single sword.
I mean, there are only 4 swords in this scene. They could be literally anywhere.
I know that, but also B, we've killed so many guards. Just pick up one of their swords. That should totally be an option. It works in D&D.
Sadly, not here.
That would be an interesting mode that no one would play.
Okay, so homemadebeer is making the same play here to the desert area. He's gonna find his blue mail, and he's gonna find the Castle Tower Castle Tower East, right here, which he has already been in.
Okay, that's really interesting. And so, did he become Waluigi? Like Waluigi's inspired sprite upon getting the blue mail?
Yeah. Now, this is a new check from homemadebeer.
Oh, and nice. We do have. Okay, that is access to use that key back at Castle Tower, because we can go through the laser at this point.
I'm not sure how the logic in Crosskeys is, but I think the logic is that you are supposed to be able to dodge them.
Well, no, the laser outside of Academ's Tower?
No, I mean the eye laser is on Laser Bridge. Yeah, we're up on the mountain here on alkaline side. Need to get that name right. Nothing of use so far.
No. Found a tree. Not really helpful. Although, Medley might be very, very happy, because I'm pretty sure that the bird people were very attached to trees.
That's Castle Tower. And yeah, chat reminded me that the Crosskeys is on a different branch, so the logic is that you are supposed to get that cape to get your glove. That is a very, very easy way to set up the water walk here from Alkaline. Just bonk that statue and you immediately put yourself at the edge where you can hop into the water. And we find 2 Turtle Rock entrances in the light shopping mall area. And we find inside Spec Rock as well.
I promise, Trinex is very, very upset that 2 entrances to his dungeons are right by Vanilla Ice Rod. So that's one of the 2 things you need to beat me? Why is it... Don't put my front door there!
We are going through Spiral Cave here. To Desert East. Okay, not using that again. I believe...
So yep, we do have Cape being picked up now by Alkaline. The only thing really separating the 2 runners at this point, we do have Homemade Beer has not yet found the Pegasus boots, and then that bottle is still eluding Alkaline. Definitely feel like Alkaline has the better side of that trade, though.
Yeah, Alkaline has been using those boots for a while now. I'm surprised that Homemadebeer didn't go to the castle, because he knows by now that the well is there. He has checked the rest of the road.
Alright, quick fairy on the side of Waladiddy.
Alkalineace. Thank you, chat.
Oh, Alkaliad, thank you.
Well, that's our connection to the top of the mountain.
Alright, and now we do have every item that Homemade Beer has found has now also been found by Alkalian. Alkalian? I will get it eventually.
We do find Eastern up on mountain, on Dark Death Mountain.
Wait, okay. I started with Alkaline, and then you guys correct. At this point, I think that people are just like correcting me for lulz.
Yeah, Alkaline.
That's where I started. Alright, there's a lovely 3 bombs. Alright, Eastern Palace is being explored right now by Homemade Beer.
Yeah.
Has not found anything super relevant unless I missed it, which is entirely possible.
We found a sword.
Oh! You can tell I missed that because I would have definitely made a big deal about that because I'd be super, super happy, and I am super happy.
But Alkaline is following into Eastern right here. Or not.
Follows in and then immediately says, you know what? I feel like there's someone else in here, and walking into someone's house when they're home is just asking for a problem.
That's Ether to open Turtle Rock, which we already have.
Which is fantastic, although we already had found like 3 entrances to Turtle Rock.
Yeah, but we don't know what that entrance is.
Very, very true.
But we do need mitts and hammer to be able to do that. Alkaline is gonna go into Eastern. He just wanted to check what tier medallion was before going in. And is going to be rewarded with his sword.
Eventually.
And a big key to put up Palace.
So, hooray, that makes me feel a lot better, even though I don't need to feel a lot better. That's a nice thing about being on commentary desk, is that you're unaffected, you just like blab for a while. It's great for people that love the sound of their own voice.
That's a save and quit. Homemadebeer, if you want to get those boots, you're gonna have to go to Link's house, but you don't. Okay.
I mean, we do know that the item in library is a key, but we don't know a key to what. So it might not be necessary. Still be very helpful, though.
Yeah, and it's also the speed at which you're doing these checks. Like, Eastern Palace with the boots is probably a minute faster with the boots than without. Are we getting... Okay, so we're in the Dark World.
All right, we still don't have the big key here yet, so they are setting up to Death Warp.
Yeah, we are going to get a catfish check here, which... This is a long walk for a single check.
Yeah, because they do not have Mirror to go do Zora or anything, nor do they have the money, actually. And only as a piece of heart?
Finally,
All right.
Homemadebeer is actually gonna go get his boots.
Hopefully.
I mean, he is walking in this general direction, so yeah.
I've watched too many races and done too many dumb things and veered away at the last second. It's like I ended up needing to count anything for granted.
So chat asking about Link's house. Yes, Link's house in Crosskeys is always guaranteed to be your starting location. That is the one entrance that is not randomized.
It would be interesting though if you like left Link's house at the beginning of the game and just ended up somewhere random. You do start with access to Sanctuary as well, but I guess one of them would have to at least be set.
We are getting that library check here.
This is a key to what? All right, there's a Turok key. Skullwood's key was picked up on the side of Homemadebeer.
Same as before, we can only do these 2 checks and then leave. And Homemadebeer is gonna go do that library and Bonk Rocks checks as well right away.
Well, obviously he's had this, like, probably has an intuitive feeling that he's very, very far behind on picking these up. So he's like, well, let's go ahead and get the checks that I know they're needed for. Hopefully that will unlock a little bit more. Only gonna find a piece of heart here, though. Alright, there is the Cane of Burna.
Too bad, but we'd have the cable ready.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not Samaria, which you actually need for some dungeons. Burna is just nice to have.
No small keys on the right side. Oh. So we have Desert East here.
And Ether is also required for desert or for swamp.
Yeah, which we can now open. We have the sword, we have the melon, and the magic.
I know I say this every time I commentate, but it bothers me to death that there is a dungeon inside of a swamp, and it is not the Swamp Palace.
It's the mire. Yeah, that confused me for like 5 months when I started running. I believe this is the back of the old man. So old man gives us out of the Ganon Tower. Okay.
Well, I'm at least glad to know where that is, because that's always a scare. Like, that's one of those exits that when you leave and you can't go back, it can definitely sabotage you at times.
In my very first Crosskeys seed, my Hyrule Castle was GT entrance, Desert East, and Floating Island. I never checked that out. For some reason. But yeah, we are gonna steal the key here, which can backfire on you, but
Yeah, I always hate doing that because I will inevitably forget that I did it.
yeah, I mean, you have to mark it that you do it, because otherwise it's gonna be problematic. Now, if there is something very, very good in the Right of Desert, then yeah, you're gonna meet you're good. But if there's junk, now you're gonna have to find that desert key just to finish it.
It's a little bit more okay here because obviously the entrances aren't near each other. But still, it's frustrating because it's a long way over here for this one check. Though I do understand the desire to do it because you have the big key. This is one of the only big keys we found. Okay, one of two.
Yeah, maybe I was checking the main entrance, which ultimately did not check, and of course it's Pod.
Thankfully, Alkaline will be able to get back in very, very easily. He has more than enough money to pay off Kiki.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, Homemadebeer had enough money to pay off Kiki, but he just didn't want to.
Yeah, I am a bit surprised that Alkaline got that close to the big chest that they had the key to open, and even stole a key to be able to access, and then just still said no. Okay, I guess the key wasn't between. Never mind.
Ooh. Okay, that's Pod, and that's Minimal Donkey.
Yeah, lot of checks coming online. We only have one key to Pod right now, though that still does give us access to several chests.
Vanilla small key. Thanks, game. And that was a red boomerang in Minimal Donkey, and that was it.
Yep, good old lag meringue, exactly what they wanted, I'm sure.
What do you mean? It's the best meringue.
The worst meringue. You lose frames every time you use it. Not very many, but
that's flippers. Flippers in the... What's the name of that entrance again? Pod North Hint. So yeah, as long as Alkaline goes back out of Pod and goes up to that, they are not going to be back far behind on getting those flippers, and you don't need the flippers in here. if they
should be okay.
Yeah, but if they don't go back up there, that's gonna be a while until they get back here.
Yep, we'll end up with a reverse Pegasus boot situation.
Yeah.
But both of our runners are going through Palace of Darkness right now. And speaking of Palace of Darkness, here's a dark room.
Yeah. Did Alkaline pick up any potions? I'm not sure. Because if they didn't, they're gonna have to mimic Clip. Whereas homemadebeer, I know, has a blue potion for the Clip here. Take some damage. And when the screen has no enemies on it, it just opens the door.
That's actually a trick I did not know about. I'm very, very much a Link to the Past noob in comparison to a lot of things.
You learn a lot of things watching streams.
It's one of those things you're like, what are they doing here? This sort of space. You're like, oh.
Homemadebeer, you already blew that hole up. It's how big. Yeah, this is a very, very precise hammer jump on Alkaline side. You need to be on a very specific pixel here, top to down, and doesn't get it fast enough.
Yeah, needs to be a little bit careful because obviously we have to.
Yeah, so the reason you do this hammer jump is that you don't want to use the key to get in here or get to the back door, because you don't have to. You can just hop over here.
We might have both runners jumping at the same time.
Maybe.
Depends how long this takes.
There we go, and there we go.
Well done. Whole bottle is your award.
Yeah, get your sword out. It is so much easier to use the sword to see where you go. Smoky Turtle Rock. Lamp locked, but we don't really care that much about that.
Lamp lock skill unlocked. Oh, I'm not sure about this jump. No, it was fine.
Okay, that's a Thieves' Town small, which means the lamp nor the bow can be in the back of Thieves' Town.
It also means that the key is really, really, really seeming to hint to go to Thieves' Town because it gave us a big key and a key to Thieves' Town in the same dungeon.
Yeah, only that the big key was bow locked and the small key was lamp locked. And a whole bunch of pod small keys locked. Yeah, that small key is 6 pod small keys locked.
Okay, we do have the flippers being picked up by Alkaline.
Very good.
Did get it relatively as quickly as they needed to. A little bit behind, but neither player ran into an area where they needed to swim, so didn't really put them behind at all.
Yeah, curious where... Oh, is this the Doc Shopmore play? I mean, you have flippers, so why not?
Alkaline going to be a little bit sad to run into this.
Yeah, not that much here. Let's see what the Dark Shopping Mall has for us today. fairy. A great fairy. Can we get a triple?
Fairy hat trick, let's go.
Ice Rod Cave.
Unfortunate.
Somewhat close-ish to its original
Yeah,
location.
French vanilla ice rod. Or cave at least. Alright, and yeah, they're right neck and neck because we now have this being checked out.
Yeah, our runners have done a few different checks from the other, but mostly they have the same gear right now. So,
Alright, so we are back in Castle Tower. Are we going to use the cape to bypass that barrier?
we can't get to the top here because... Oh, right! This was vanilla. I forgot that. So, yeah. Just for fortune teller.
Yep, not super helpful. Man, poor Alkaline must be so annoyed. It's like, I've seen enough fairies. I've seen 6 fairies in the last minute.
Yeah.
Alright, here's this check, but only going to be a small heart container. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is small and it is heart-shaped.
Alright,
Well,
and
maybe-
more.
Yeah, picking up more potions.
I mean, it's up to 400 rupees, but that's not Zora. It's certainly not Zora and Blacksmith, although I do think they've already paid off Kiki.
Yeah. No, Homemadebeer never paid off Kiki. He skipped that. But he is going to go with these down, knowing full well that he can't find the bow back here, and whatever that small key locks, it's hammerlocked. However, it is a clearable dungeon, so he's just gonna assume that there's nothing of use in that hammerlock chest.
That's what I would 100% do the same thing. I would 100% think it was the wrong play.
Yeah, I mean, usually you go here without the key for being the reason you can't go into that room. But yeah, hammer is a different story. Now, it is true that you can find a bow back here, but it would be our logical second bow, since the big key is bow locked.
Alright, there's the compass, exactly what they wanted. That was definitely on their Christmas list, I promise.
Yeah. Waterfall Fairy has King's Tomb for a mushroom. That's a big key on Zora's Ledge. We are so getting that.
Yep, we already have. Going to go ahead and pay off Zora while we're here, and then go pick up that big key, put it in our pocket. It is a bit surprising that Link can still swim with all the stuff below.
Oh, wow. We just got mitts in Blind Cell and bow from Zora.
So yeah, both players making different plays and being rewarded.
So there's our logical bow. Yeah, homemade beer doesn't know it, but his mates aren't. And even blind has a bow joke.
Now, the big issue is going to be because we've had homemade beer spending so much money, they don't have enough for Zora right now, and I don't know when they'll get enough.
Yeah, the problem for Alkaline is that he did not do right side pot. I believe. Because they did not have a potion.
Alright, so armed with our new bow, where are we going? Captain Birdman.
I'm not even sure if Alkaline is knowing where they're going right now. They're a little bit all over the place, but hopefully they get a bearing soon.
So we didn't actually say it, but about 15 minutes into the sea, we did get our first crystal. Only 6 to go.
Yeah, in Crosskeys, once you're in go mode, the crystals will go by very quickly.
Yeah, crystals definitely fall fast.
Yeah, and it's getting to that mode, that go mode. Oh well, Mushroom has a small key to Gannis Tower. Probably not that useful.
It depends where it is. There's a lot of checks in Ganon's Tower.
There is, but we only need like 2 keys to fully clear the dungeon.
Fair is fair and foul is foul.
We're gonna go back up the mountain, okay. Yeah. We're doing the Aga Tower. Now, both of our runners have seen that the lumberjack ledge is completely pointless, so we're just going to do these 2 checks here, and then that will out.
You have absolutely no reason to actually take down Aga?
Yep.
I don't want to hear, oh, but he killed your dad? You know, or uncle? I said no reason.
We do have a connector there in the bottom of Bumper Cave. Swamp Small, that's big. We have flippers, we have a small key. We can make 2 checks the moment we find Swamp.
Swamp is definitely one of the dungeons still eluding us. That's the funny thing about Crosskeys, is that in every other mode, Go mode is about items. In Crosskeys, more often than not, it's about entrances. It's almost always have all the items you need before you find that last entrance. Not every time, but
no, I find it's like 50-50.
I feel like it's 70-30.
Ooh, we find Agina. Desert Palace Green Pendant, okay. Which means we have full pendant and crystal knowledge. Big key to ice.
And we now do have Zora money on the side of homemade beer.
Yeah, so this means that we are going to need Ice Rod, we are going to need Hookshot. Yeah, I don't think Alkaline is going to be happy finding this Thievestown big, because he could have had this quite a bit ago.
At the very least, he's not the one that has cleared Thievestown already. Like, imagine if you went and did Thievestown except for the big chest and then found this.
You can't. The back is big locked.
Oh, I always forget that because it doesn't have the little emblem.
Homemadebeer is killing that. I think we're gonna get a hover. Yeah, we're gonna get some hovering here. That is so impressive.
It is so difficult. I don't even try it.
No, me not. So far, not paying off. Oh.
Oh my god. I mean, good luck, my friend. I've never been able to do that trick.
Hot magic. Not bad. Now, alkalineace going back for that one elusive dark cross check where they died previously.
I completely understand why, but that is just you hate to see it.
So they have a small key here, which means they can go to the back and get the 3 items, which normally takes an Aga 2 kill to get to. Now, it's important to remember that without the Hyrule Castle key, homemadebeer cannot do this.
We do come and find Mimic Cave. Unfortunately, homemadebeer does not have a bow, so can't actually explore it. Or a hammer.
Oh, there's GT in Arrow game.
Oh, nice. And we do have 2 keys already, so pretty sure, and I may be wrong about this, but I'm sure we can completely check the bottom part and get everything in there. There's a Dark Palace key.
We don't have a hammer or hook shot to go left side.
Yep. I knew as I was saying that, I'm like, I'm forgetting something.
And we don't have a cane to go right side, so that's as much as we can check.
All right, dig game. Oh, wow, first dig?
Yep. And we have gotten to the back of Escape for Fire Rod. That's really good.
Yep, that opens up the entrance to the back of...
The entrance in the back of Skullwoods, we do need it to kill Trinex.
Yep. Think I don't know why I completely blanked on... I'm like, the dungeon north of Thievestown? I'm like, Brain, you're not helping.
Skullwoods?
Oh, there's our Eastern Gal big key.
Yeah, so... homemadebeer needs to make his way to Sora Zone for that bow. He is giving the smith a little world tour. But I fully understand why he is focusing on this smith, because he knows he got those myths out of logic very early. So if you just keep following them and you find more, then that's really good for you.
Would you go ahead and have Alkaline moving into Thieves Town, and we'll be getting their Titan Mitts?
Same as homemadebeer here, not gonna be able to do the big chest because no hammer. And there we have Turtle Rock, another entrance. I believe that's all of the entrances that we have found now.
I do believe you're right. I'm gonna go ahead and open up a skylight for blind. We're such nice people.
Remembering to actually stop before that bomb goes off, otherwise. Yeah, you go to the room and oh no.
Yeah, I've
Then-
definitely seen that happen.
Yeah, then you have to go up again, and then Blind leaves you because Blind does not go to the upper floor. And then you have to go back down again to pick him up.
I should say I'm not 100% sure I understand Blind's like overall idea.
Not really, no.
I'm going to pretend to be this person so that and like follow this person, except they can't actually leave the building.
There's the mitts.
So once again, we do have Alkaline in a little bit of a better position in that they have the bow and their opponent does not.
Yeah, they have a bow and a fire rod, but it is still anybody's game. homemadebeer has done a lot of myth checks already. And yes, the drop downs here in the Skullwoods area are also randomized, but only within the Skullwoods drops.
Is he being a little bit nice?
Yeah, homemadebeer trying to find the correct drop to actually get this chest.
There is a crystal on the side of Alkaline.
Yeah, homemadebeer. I'm not sure why he didn't pick this up because I believe this chest is automatically a vanilla smoky. It's just so that if you drop down into this room, because the drop downs are randomized, you don't get soft lock.
I'm gonna go ahead and open up this chest. Find the amazing 3 bombs. Man, this blacksmith's getting a workout. It's like, okay, we're going to smash into this wall and bounce back and end up on the other side. Let's go.
Yeah.
But it's like, I just want to go home.
Yeah, we're just giving him a tour. Now we're gonna save it quick and actually.
Also, I will mention that we do have homemadebeer winning the 4 bottle percent.
There's some dark rooms here. I believe this is the...
I am still so bad at dark rooms.
Yeah, I'm bad at identifying them in the dark. Oh. Now, what does that smith give us for giving him a world tour? 20 rupees. Thanks.
mean, to be fair, I do think my tip would go down if you're like, okay, I'm going to take you home. I'm going to smash you into walls. I'm going to open up bottomless pits below you. It'll be fun. Like, very, very, very 1-star Uber ride, I promise.
We are gonna go back up the mountain here. We didn't do these checks, okay. It must have been Alkaline doing them then. Yeah, I don't think homemadebeer did any of these checks before.
No, and I don't think there's anything really in them.
No, not really.
Zexy's bow is on Zora. So, kinda out of the way, yes. Well, we do go and have Castle Tower. And of course, we're going to actually spend the time to clear Tower, which is, like, if I remember right, it's only, like, arrows or something in here. It's something you definitely don't want.
Yeah, it's just useless items in here. Okay, we are going to get some more checks in Turbo Rock. Now we have the big key here. 2 small keys. Oh, right, we have the Swamp Small in Castle Tower. That's a good thing.
Here comes our big whirly thing. Will we see? Yes, yes, we see the chicken again. It's the little things that make me happy.
Yeah. Now I think this is homemadebeer. Maybe going for Zora. This looks like it. Well, that's a convenient cane.
Oh, and the mushrooms?
Yeah, if you're putting off TR for not having cane, you're gonna be running this seed for a while.
Yep, you're gonna end up like getting every single item in the game. Jesus, like, there's gotta be a cane somewhere, and there is. It is somewhere. Absolutely. Okay, we do go ahead and have the bow getting picked up in just a second by Waluigi Diddy. Or Wallowitty. I like that name.
Yeah. Now, homemadebeer knows that everything he did with the myths are now in logic.
Obviously, we do have Alkaline going south before. Normally, you do this room in the other order, but normally you can hookshot your way. And we actually have to have the lamp be on by the time we get back there.
Yeah, this is one of the hardest routes to do, actually pushing down here instead of up. Because you have so much muscle memory to actually go up rather than down. But we get a map and a big key. GT.
Fantastic.
And he is not going out the front, he is just going to Death Walk back. Now, we did find Meyer in the Ice Palace regular kits. Now, with flippers and mitts, this is in logic to go into, but we only have 1 small key, so we don't have many checks in here that's in logic. Now, we don't need more keys, it's just for convenience sake.
I haven't seen someone actually find a Pokey in so long. No, we just like one-shot them with something. So to actually see that fight was a lot of fun for me.
Yeah, and homemadebeer just making a little dash through that rail. You know, this game is so well programmed.
Of course. I mean, fair. Part of the reason this game has such staying power is because of the little like glitches like that.
I missed what was on that bridge chest in Meyer. That was the hammer. Oh.
Oh wow!
Which means if there is a required item in Thieves Town Big Chest, it is a hard required double dip. Oh my god, that's the hookshot. That's a massive play from homemadebeer.
Yeah, that. I was thinking homemadebeer was very, very like getting further and further behind by the second, but that's amazing. That's really, really going to help out and expand his world.
Okay. We need to do some checks here. What does homemadebeer need to find?
Still does have to get that fire rod.
He still has to get the fire rod from the back of escape. He has to find an ice rod. He has to go to Turtle Rock to find his cane. We need to find Swamp Palace. Beard already knows about GT, but we don't actually have to finish GT in this scene because it's Crosskeys. So in terms of keys, we need a big key to desert. Sorry, but we don't need a big key to desert. Because it's a green pendant. We don't really need any keys to Hera. We got the big key to Pod, which we can now clear. Okay, so homemadebeer needs big key to Meyer. He needs the fire rod, ice rod, cane. And that's it. Oh, and a sword. Duh. It's the Bomber's Medallion, which we don't need.
A couple of these checks in GT. The problem is the things that he's hoping to find in GT. Never mind, there's the ice rod and the second sword.
So yeah, going back to GT, he's gonna need that fire rod though. And to get that, he has to go find the Castle Tower key. Oh, sorry, the Hyrule Castle key. He already used his Hyrule Castle key from the guard, which Alkaline stole. Yeah, Alkaline boots, you can bunko with that, but okay.
Right, you do have ether for this room, but I guarantee you it won't be used.
Yeah, and as chat's saying that he can steal the key from the boomerang chest guy. Very true. But do you really want to go that deep for a key to steal? Then death walk back just to go to the back. I think homemadebeer feels like with that hammer and with that hookshot, he has so many other checks to do.
So if you knew what was there, you'd do it, but it's not a play you would normally consider.
So we know for a fact that the game will think that you need the castle tower key to get your fire rod, and you need the fire rod to get the ice rod. So the game will not consider, like, the castle tower key cannot be on Trinex, for example.
Yeah.
Or
Chad is
fire.
having the same reaction I am. Why are we not using the bow?
Same reaction. Saving arrows? That's the only reason I can think
Yeah,
of.
that's the only thing that I'm coming to, but I'm like, I would rather have the frames than the arrows. I know you don't have silvers, my friend, but...
Yeah, I mean, they've marked the bow on the tracker, so they should know.
Yeah, because the bow was from Zora, and they definitely both.
This is very, very slow.
Yeah, I'm having a confusion.
Meanwhile, we find Mimic Cave on homemadebeer side. Just some beats.
You know what it actually is? Someone told him earlier, I was talking about how much I enjoyed seeing them fight the Pokey normally instead of just using like the fire rod or something. And so Alk is just like, you know what? I'll show you another fight that's done without, the item you're supposed to use to do it. Gotta be it.
Yeah, you're down to 2 hearts here. Maybe use the bow now.
My goodness! Oh, well, that's true. For some reason, I completely blinked. We hadn't found the mirror yet. Alright, I don't know what you're looking for, but you won't find it here. Actually, a lie. I know exactly what they're looking for.
I mean, it was a death warp setup. Okay, I guess. Now, left side, that's the Hyrule Castle key. There's the key. Yeah, we are an hour 20 into the seed, and yeah, we know what homemadebeer needs to do. We also know what Alkaline needs to do. Alkaline needs to go to Meyer, which is in the Vanilla Ice Palace entrance.
Does look like Alkaline is going to set themselves up in order to make $10.
Going somewhere completely different first?
He's lucky dwarf can swim. Dwarves are not well known for their nautical ability.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they are going to this check now. Of all times. With the Smith of all things.
I mean, moral support. There's a lot of stuff in this dungeon, so that is helpful.
That's a desert small as well on the homemadebeer side.
pick up the hammer. We'll get the shortcut hook shot. I don't know how I got shortcut out of hook shot.
Well, that was the hammer, I believe.
Yep.
Okay, I hope they go back for that hookshot chest.
Oh my goodness, they'd better. My heart could not take it. Well, it's amazing how much faster the bow and arrow makes that fight.
Yeah, and yeah, you actually have to flip that switch before going up that bar. Right. Alkaline did not do the GT big chest. Despite having the big key. Now, homemadebeer can't do it. Yeah, I'm confused about Alkaline, sorry. About his checks there.
Yeah, that's... So we did not get the hook shot?
No.
Like, I'm looking at the tracker and I can see the hook shot isn't lit up. I didn't see him get picked up, but my brain is not willing to process that.
Yeah, they're thinking, oh, I got the hammer, I'm good.
Yeah, what are the chances some other really big item is in here? Basically 0?
Alkaline did get the hammer, yeah. But there's a hook shot there as well.
Alright, after that little occurrence in the Armos Night room, he's like, let me go ahead and just go in and get some of these blue potions. That was scary.
Okay, Johnny Two Bombs is in the desert entrance. Beaky to Hera, that's logical. Flute. That's a decent 5k.
So now I do believe that we're going to discover what we need for the entrance, because I don't actually think homemadebeer knew that we need ether yet.
Nope, he just discovered that, and since he has the big key and bow to Eastern, he is gonna go clear up this dungeon. Homemadebeer is still looking for a lot of items.
Right, there's the hammer on mimic pain. We didn't have it before. We have it now.
Yeah. That hookshot is hard required this seed. Swamp is a crystal, and we need that hookshot to cover a gap. And also to kill the boss.
I think you can kill the boss without it. It's just really, really annoying. Nice little Quake medallion that isn't actually useful for anything.
Yep.
Except for killing dead rocks, which does feel very satisfying.
That it does. We get through that dark room and up the eastern we go.
There's little pair checks in here that won't pan out to much. Oh, shut my mouth.
I mean, yeah, we got the book there, but It does lead to Hera Big and Flute.
Yeah, it's very, very, very unlikely that we actually need pedestal or to open dungeon. All
We
right.
get a small key to pop. Okay.
And we have now the second instance of killing the Armos Knights without a victory arrow. That is also our second crystal for homemade beer.
And we did just get access to the big bomb.
That is quite true. That I had not considered.
Now, the only item that could be there that we could use is Maya Big. Other than that, there's really nothing that we need. Well, that homemade bear needs, or that we need for commentary go mode.
Yep.
Or no mode.
We've seen everything except the mirror at this point.
Yeah, and we do know there's a big key up on Spec Rock. Now, that might just be a Desert Palace big key, or it could be Meyer.
All right. The treacherous bird has joined with Waladidi prior to his avian contemporary. Tragic.
And yeah, we are gonna pick up that big bomb. With the flute, this is as fast as you can actually get this bomb to the pyramid in Crosskeys. Unless you kill Agavon.
I mean, clearly killing Agawon is the speedier solution.
And yeah, if you hook shot and then immediately dash, the bomb doesn't actually trigger. Start the countdown, that is.
I feel like if I was an item, I'd be one like the bomb as well. I'm just like, I don't want to have to run.
So like the old man. You can't really dash with the old man, he just slows it down. Oh wow, that swamp.
Well, I mean, definitely that was why we were able to get the two of them relatively painlessly.
So yeah.
So yeah, swamp. After this, we will get. We need Tower of Hera, Palace of Darkness, Mystery Mire, and Turtle Rock. That's the last one.
Yeah.
My brain works sometimes.
Yeah, and as chat says, yada yada yada, there's always a sword in swamp, yada yada.
Gosh, chat, we spent forever learning what we're supposed to talk about, and then you guys, you say the same things too much.
So the fire rod is in the back of Escape, which the drop down is in Ganon Tower, or the Ganon drop. So we have to actually walk there. I believe Ice Rod is on right side Compass Room GT, and the Kin of Samaria is in the big key chest of TR. Homemadebeer has access to that big key chest in TR right now, but who wants to go to Turtle Rock without a cane?
Not only that, go Turtle Rock without a cane and without either of your rods.
Yeah, he needs to find a fire rod. Once he gets a fire rod, that makes it a little bit more enticing to go to Turtle Rock. Meanwhile, Alkaline is clearing up a lot of these checks that we have seen on Homemadebeer's side before. Yeah, unfortunately for those that have just come in, Alkaline chose to not do a chest available to him in Meyer, which has his hook shot.
Yep, and unfortunately that orphans the hook shot, which is absolutely required, so I don't know when he will choose to go back there, but hopefully it's soon. Even though I probably wouldn't for a while because it's almost isolated.
So Alkaline can still do Eastern with the save and quit to the GT, old man GT, and then can go for the bomb, but then realize, oh, I can't do much in Swamp because I don't have a hook shot. Meanwhile, Homemadebeer can full clear this dungeon immediately.
Mm-hmm.
It is very likely that he also forgot that he has a bow. Now, we can see his tracker, and he has tracked the bow.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not even sure that he forgot he has a bow or if he's just trying to get style points.
Unfortunately, style points aren't worth anything in a Crosskeys tournament.
I mean, aren't they kind of like the points you get for guessing the Ganon's Tower Big Key guessing game correct?
You mean 2 internet points?
All the internet points?
No, just 2.
Ah. Joke's on you, I can't count, so 2's a lot.
Now, here is a check that we have not seen on Alkaline's side. The back of Skull Woods. 4
Nerds. Fun fact, Kudzen, I don't know if this is what you're referring to, but that's actually how birds count. They can only count to 3. They're like 1, 2, 3 mini.
I think he's making a Terry Pratchett pun, which is very obscure, but thank you for reminding me of that. 1 too many lots.
Yeah, I definitely went to like nature with that.
And that's the silver arrows on Argus.
Well, hopefully Alkaline goes to Argus relatively quickly, because when he picks up silver arrows, he might remember he has the bow.
I mean, he's going to need the hook shot first. So, this was this, right? No, Hera. Yeah, we can almost clear Hera. We don't have a small key for the basement, but that's okay.
All right, just going ahead and getting these crystals together. But of course, we still do very much need not $300. We do need those lovely rods that Homemade Beer has managed to completely not find track of. I almost said lose track of, but that's not quite correct.
Yeah, I mean, Homemade Bear needs to go to the back of the scale. That's it. He has the small key. He can open every single door in the Hyrule Castle.
I think it was Moldorm dying much faster than Trinex. It's almost like Trinex is a later boss.
And yeah, right now it feels like Homemade Bear is clearing up checks and dungeons that he knows that he can clear.
Yep, is down to only 3 crystals left to go. But of course, one of those is Turtle Rock, which you have to have the rods for. And one of the rods is not going to be found in the dungeons he has to clear before he gets there.
Yeah. Now, I believe one of these entrances here in the Mire area was Hyrule Castle, right? No, that's a Palace East. Never mind.
All right, Fire Shield picked up. Not what we were looking for.
So all we need for no mode is a Mire Pig. Unfortunately, that Mire Pig can really be anywhere in the city.
Yep, neither side has actually found it, so we don't really... The only clue we have is we know all the places that collectively have got
that's
us
a
not.
mirror. East side desert. So, Alkaline stole a key like more than an hour ago from back of desert. If he had gone and actually pulled that heist off, that mirror could have saved him a lot of rowing. Hey, he does remember he has a bow. He's using it.
And you didn't have to get the silvers to like figure it out. I'm really talking to you after this. I'm like, don't make fun of the runners. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Mirror might be required for this big key, which is the Desert Palace. Okay, game. Yeah, mirror doesn't lock too much in Crosskeys, but it does lock some locations.
Oh, good. There's the red mail. I was wondering what that would do. So we went from Diddy to Waluigi to... That almost looks like a Koopaling. I don't know what that is.
I believe it's a Koopa. I think it's Didito? That's the big key to Mire. We're in no mode.
And we do go ahead. We are... Well, never mind. I was going to start like, okay, we're going towards the Interstitial Rock, but that's not the Interstitial Rock. Here's Helma's King going down on the side of Alkaline.
Yeah. So, Homemade beer needs to go to the back of escape to get his fire rod, and then to the compass room of GT for his ice rod. And then to Turtle Rock to get his cane. But I think that is it for him. He has his keys now. He's well aware of that. He has all the entrances he wants. He just wants the items now. Meanwhile,
our third crystal over on the side of Alkaline.
Yeah, and here's the back of Skull Woods. Now, Alkaline really needs to get back to Meyer to get their hookshot, which they left behind there.
It's the big problem because both of them have an orphan location they need to go to. Meyer, in the case of Alkaline, although at the very least Alkaline will be pulled back there by the fact there is a crystal there. The bag of escape, I'm honestly not sure what would cause Homemade Beer to go there.
I mean, it's 3 or 4 checks. I don't think he's done. I'm not sure if he did. No, he didn't do Dark Cross. So it's 4 checks. So eventually they are going to become more useful for him to do as a denser check. Unfortunately, I think that becomes a more lucrative option for him earlier than Alkaline going back to Meyer, unfortunately. Yeah, Alkaline. That is a very good knowledge of how to deal with those hard hats jumping down there.
All right, and just without that cane, just have to get this room a little bit slower. Quick Medallion coming out on the side of Alkaline.
Yeah, so double checking Alkaline, what they need. They still need the Pod Big, which I believe is hookshot locked, and the Meyer Big. Also, they need to find Swamp, which we know is in, which they will be able to find after killing this boss. The Pyramid Fairy. Meyer Big was in. Let me check the name of this. Paradox Cave top entrance. Yeah, and it is mirror locked. So we are gonna have to get that mirror from East Desert Paths.
Well, it's always tragic when Alkaline went ahead and like shot 2 arrows and thought that the last one was gone because he hit it with 1 arrow before it turned red, but red heals it apparently. All right, there's yet another crystal.
Yeah, so to me, it feels like the two densest checks that homemadebeer can do now is go into Turtle Rock, get a few checks in there, or go to the back of Escape.
Which is very good if that's what they end up choosing to do, because they need to go to both places.
Yeah, but preferably back of Escape first.
Oh, absolutely. Otherwise, you end up getting the ice rod and then having to leave. And then you get the fire rod, and then you have to come back.
Ice Rod is in GT, which is Fire Rod locked.
Make the most interesting noises.
Okay. Yeah. So homemadebeer is going to make it to the big key chest and his cane here, which is probably going to frustrate him a little bit.
Yeah, the thing is, both players are probably very, very sure they're very far behind. Because both of them are going to realize that they are going to have items that they could have had a long time ago. There's Banana.
Now, Alkaline has that mirror now, which means that they can get the Meyer big key. The moment they get that, that is an indicator to get back to Meyer.
Alright. Checking out the Thieves' Den is Alkaline.
Yeah, getting his Hera and the boot. Yeah, thank you for the raid of 10 Scottish Brain.
Oh, appreciate you. We are in the middle of, I guess actually kind of closer to the end of a race between homemadebeer and alkalineace. Right now, both players are relatively close. I would say homemadebeer's a little bit in the lead, but the big problem is that he has left a ice rod in the back of Escape, and there's nothing really pulling him in that direction other than the fact that there's checks he didn't do. So it's just a matter of when he actually is like, I can't find anything. Let me go like clear out the conglomerated checks.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to clear Meyer here. He has no fire source, so he cannot do the cutscene chest, nor the compass chest. But he can kill the boss. Oh, that's a lamp.
Always nice to have.
Okay, so that might be one of the reasons why he hasn't done Back of Escape. He knows that it wasn't in logic at all.
That is quite true.
So
The out of logic lamps things is something I see so many players just ignore. I don't even think about it anymore.
Yeah, it is odd, but when you're this deep into a seed, you don't want to stray too far out of logic, because if you stay in logic, then at least you know that the game intends for you to be able to go where you're going.
Right, at the end of the day, whenever you're getting down to the fact that there's only a few checks left, being able to say, well, I can't logically do these checks, so the item I need is at the very least not there. A later item might be, but let's go ahead and focus on the ones that could contain both items I need rather than just one.
Yeah. So yeah, Alkaline is catching up here. It's going to get their Mire big from the right side of that mountain here. And that might pull them back towards Mire, at which point Hookshot would be item go mode for them. They still need to find swamp entrance.
Alright, here's homemade beer getting their 6th crystal in just a second. Oh, I might have been a little bit ahead.
Okay, so is Alkaline going to listen to that big key and go back to Mire, or are we going somewhere completely different? Looks like we are gonna check the Turtle Rock front entrance, which was nothing, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't remember who it went to, but I remember it was disappointing. That's why I didn't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Silver Arrow's going to make a very short work of Vitreous.
Very, very, very short work. Almost a one cycle. But no items for homemade beer in here.
Nope. He is now down to the last crystal he needs is Turtle Rock, but there's a bit of a problem.
Yeah, we need the fire rod and the ice rod.
You need 2 items to take down Trinex, and you haven't found either of them, which is a problem. It must be so infuriating to be at this point where you know where all the dungeons are, you've got basically all the items, and the last thing you need, you're 2 items short for.
And wondering where we are going here on homemade beer side. Oh, ice palace. Ugh.
Yeah, that's going to check Ice Palace out to see, okay, well, there's checks in here, and I guess there are more checks than in Back of Escape, but it's not the solution, my friend.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is following the meme that there's a fire rod, there's something fire locked in ice. So, the fire rod is in the back of Escape, which the drop down is Ganon's tower. Well, the Ganon drop. Which we have the sewers key, so we can go all the way back from the front. Which Alkaline has done. Now the ice rod is in Compass Room in GT. Fire rod locked.
And yes, they do know where Hera is.
We found Hera, yeah.
It's been cleared by one of our players.
Yeah. Yeah, homemade beer cleared Hera.
So yeah, both of our players actually clearing pendant dungeons right now. Which is, in a word, not helpful.
But this might be... Alkaline is going back to Mire.
That's really, really good for him.
Yeah, because once they find this hookshot, they are in item go, which means they have all of the items that they need. They just need to find swamp entrance.
Which I don't think will take them very long to find, for the simple reason that it is hook locked. So it's definitely one of the places they will think to go as soon as they get that hook shot.
Yeah. There's our 6th pod key, so pod is now fully loaded. Now, he is going to walk out of this room and see that he didn't open this chest, but he can't actually get to it yet. He has to hit that switch.
Alright, there's a tempered sword coming out of
That's
ice.
That's our last sword. And I actually don't think homemadebeer is going to get the butter sword because that was the chest after Ice Rock.
Very, very true and fair. I hadn't thought about that. I wonder why he called it the last sword. I'm like, no.
Welcome, raiders from ZeldaSpeedRuns.
Hello, everyone. We are here towards the end of a race between homemadebeer and alkalineace. Right now, alkaline is behind, but technically ahead, because really just needs hookshot in order to have item go mode, and hookshot is actually in the dungeon they're in right now. They just need to flip a switch and go back to that chest.
Chad, don't say that people can forget things even although they've seen the chest. We're really, really hoping that Alkaline remembers to actually pick up that chest.
That would be tragic. I would cry.
Yeah. Yeah, the chest he saw a minute ago. Oh no. Oh, no. They're going for the boss.
I don't have my camera on right now, and that's a good thing, because my face is making gestures right now.
Yeah. So, for those that just raided in here, Alkaline did Armos 2 by slashing sword and using the boomerang when they had a bow, which took about a minute and a half to do when they could just have used the bow. They had the bow marked. They knew they had it. So, yeah, this is probably nerves.
Oh, I'm sure it is. And I do agree with you. I think this is an intentional skip. I just hope that when they go back and get it.
Yeah, if they don't, they're not going to find that hookshot. That is just the unfortunate truth. That they will have marked off for some reason that they have full cleared this dungeon. Unfortunately, we can't see on their tracker how much of the chests that they have opened.
Yep. We can see how many keys they say they got, but that doesn't actually help us to answer this question. Whole rupee coming out of Vitreous.
Yeah, please don't mirror here.
I have no words. I'm just
That is extremely unfortunate.
I mean, I I've definitely done things like this as well, but it's so tragic to see happening in front of you.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
so this has to be nerves, right? You're 2 hours into a seed. You know that you are 1 item and 1 entrance from goal.
yeah, it's just it reminds me of I had a dream that I was hydroplaning, but very slowly, and that's what this reminds me of. I'm just seeing things could just get further and further out of whack over a long period of time.
Yeah. Now, I would not say that this is GG just yet, because Homemade Beer has made absolutely no inclination of going towards the back of Escape.
It's just
Not even going back to the front where he had to skip one check.
yeah, definitely. It's a battle of 2 players that have left a very, very important place behind. I would say I do think it is more likely Homemade Beer will find that check first, because as mentioned, there are 4 chests there, as opposed to just 1 check that Alkaline might not even realize is missed at this point.
Yeah.
He may in his head just think, okay, I've finished that dungeon.
Yeah, so the back of Escape drop down is in the Ganon pyramid drop down, but we have several entrances to the front which we can just walk to the back. Yeah, I'm not so sure about Homemade Beer remembering about the back of Escape, because going for the 1 Thieves Town check instead of going for the 4 items in the back of Escape, this feels a little bit odd here as well.
This is quite. I do agree with you. I think we're gonna have a situation where both players have forgotten the check that they left behind.
No, he has marked that he has gotten that key. So Homemade Bear is well aware of that he has the sewers key.
I mean, I know he'll know about it and he'll realize it, but it's just the decision to come here instead doesn't make a lot of sense. So I just feel like he's not thinking about that.
Okay, we got the desert, the big chest. Yep. So the back of Escape drop down is, we know, in Aga 2 and the Ganon pyramid drop. We know that. Homemade Beer knows that. But you can always walk from the front to the back. This is the Hyrule Castle main.
All right, good.
Yep, he is going back here. And he has now realized that, oh right, there are 4 checks back here that I can get with the lamp. Yeah, I agree with Chad here. I think this is a hard lost locationing for Homemade Beer.
But keep in mind, this is one of the 2 locations he has to go to, because after this, he will still be missing his other rod.
Yeah, but there is not that much that is fire rod locked.
No, that is very true.
And one of the densest checks to make that is fire rod lock is GT Compass Room.
So we do have the Big Keeper Swamp Palace, which will not actually help Alkaline.
Let's see, where are you going with this fire rod now, homemadebeer? This might be Skull Woods. And it's the back entrance of Skull Woods.
Does make sense, although I think that they've already found all of the relevant entrances.
Yeah, but he's still looking for that ice rod.
No, it's not the Pack of Skull Woods.
This is GT. He's going straight for GT here. So Ice Rod is in GT Compass Room, which homemadebeer is about to get to. Hookshot has been unfortunately left behind by Alkaline in Mire Chest. And Swamp Palace is in Pyramid Fairy Bomb. So picking up this Ice Rod very, very shortly is going to be the go mode for homemadebeer.
Yep, and of course, only one dungeon left, and it's the one that it's in Turtle Rock, which I don't.
Now, are we going to see the Butter Sword, which is in the top left chest here? Nope. Go mode at 2:09 for homemadebeer. And yes, apologies that we are not commentating too much on Alkaline, but he has made one critical error this seed, and that is leaving behind one check in Mire.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're in a situation where Alkaline is like all we can really talk about is that over and over and over again, and the side problem is that he's right now running around doing a lot of checks we've already seen where they go.
Yeah. Now, he is going to find Swamp behind this bomb. Unfortunately, he still needs his hookshot.
All right, actually kills the ice head before any ice gets on the ground. That's impressive. It usually gets some spittle off whenever I use it. And of course, the bomb is just having you walk there because you can't use the hookshot trick over on the side of Alkaline.
Yep. You can dash and bomb dupe on a transition, but that requires very, very precise timing. And that is 7 crystals now collected by homemadebeer. So we are making our way straight to the Ganon fight.
Obviously, because
the Ganon fight is in the woods here, so we actually don't need to defeat any Aga 1 or Aga 2.
So, do we get to skip on that GT? There is the Tempered Sword on the side of Alkaline. homemadebeer must be so nervous because, of course, because of how late it was, I'm sure he figures that Alkaline's probably on Ganon.
Yeah. This is...
Keeps looking over and be like, well, they haven't said they finished yet.
We do have silvers again. And get your GGs in chat. We just have a 1x3 bridge left to cross.
Yep. Only the bridge boss is left. Not quite as scary as the elevator boss from WoW. And GG, with a time of 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 48 seconds, we do go ahead and have Homemade Beer is winning this first match. And this is a Swiss tournament, so I'm not sure there are other matches between these individual ones, but obviously other matches both will be involved in.
Yeah. And to nobody's surprise, Alkaline immediately forfeits right after the dot done has been done. We are soon going to be joined by our runners here in chat. Just stick around for a little bit while we are setting them up. But yeah, this seed only came down to one thing, and that is that hookshot, unfortunately.
Yep. Definitely not what you want to see, but was still exceedingly exciting.
We are joined here in the commentary booth by alkalineace. GG's.
Yeah, GG's. So, yeah. I still don't know where is hookshot in this seed.
So, the hookshot is in Mire.
Oh.
You unfortunately left the right side.
Yeah, I was scared of this chest. I forgot it because when I went there the first time, I didn't have magic to do left side, so I left. And when I came back, I was like, okay, just do the left side chest, then the boss. And I remembered about this chest later, and I thought, okay, let's just forget about this and do something else. I had a lot of things to do.
It was so true because you passed by it, and when you went by it the first time, we didn't know hookshot was in there. And so whenever Homemade Beer got the hookshot, we're like, oh geez, and we're so nervous about it. And then you went back in there, but then passed it up again, and we
Yeah, I just forgot that I didn't open this chest. Usually the first time I go in Mire, I do this, but I was just missing magic.
Yeah, and we are now joined by Homemade Beer as well. GG's.
Hey, GG's.
JJ's?
Yeah, GG's.
Yeah, so I don't think you've heard already by Homemade Beer, but Alkaline unfortunately missed the hookshot chest in Mire.
Ooh. Oh man, that Mire had some stuff. Did you have the lamp or the big key the first time you went in?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
I think you have to get the hammer to get the big key.
Yeah, that could be. I don't even remember where it was now. I thought it was in Eastern, but
the big key is in East Death Mountain, Light Ward. So it's locked by the mirror. But I never got the Desert Palace small key, so I don't even know how this shit is in logic.
Oh, I think that was in Rando Room.
What?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, that
yeah,
makes sense.
You couldn't go to the random room because no hookshot.
I mean, I could, but I just didn't want to.
Yeah, I mean, at
if
that
that's what
point,
you're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, at that point in the game, you're just looking for the logical checks, because
Yeah. I was happy about the fire rod early in this race. But,
Yeah.
I got that so late.
So, homemade beer, you chose to delay the backward escape for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah, I had a weird start there because I was going to go in the front and just kind of pray for bombs off of all the drops, and I didn't get enough, so I didn't even make it to Zelda's cell. And then I'm like, I'll just do escape never. Basically, I'll just do other stuff, and things kept opening up. So then after Meyer, I was like, well, I need fire rod, ice rod, cane. Let me go check, or not cane. I just found cane. Like, let me go check Ice Palace for. It should be fairly quick. And when I mirrored, I'm like, oh, I could check the back of Hyrule Castle now because I just found the Hyrule Castle small. But then I didn't, and
oh, it wasn't ice.
yeah. Oh, it was in ice. Never mind. So I found it in ice. Okay.
Yeah, so honestly, at this point, I was thinking that GT Climb was the thing that put this fire rod in logic. But
Oh, I never
Yeah.
found GT Big.
I think I got it like 1 hour ago.
Yeah, there was
I don't
definitely
even remember where it was.
Oh.
there was definitely a period of 30 minutes to 45 minutes where like Alkaline had both rods and Homemade Beer had neither, but Homemade Beer had the hook shot and Alkaline didn't, and we were just like, okay, eventually one of these players is going to go back to the place that they like passed over, and then just the entire thing will be open.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think I have literally nothing left now. Like, I'm doing Swamp without hook shots. At this point, there's basically this chest in Maya, and let me look at my map seconds. Combo tablet, purple chest. And digging game, I still didn't do it.
Yeah, it was a 1 dig 10 arrows. That was kind of funny.
I mean, I was just... I just beat Armos with Master Sword at this point in GT. And I was like, I'm not going for digging game, I'm just saving quits and do more
because it's
things.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there, but it was it was not. It was slow.
Yeah. So we were curious. You had the bow doing almost 2 for Ice Armos.
I was? I didn't. I don't remember. I thought
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, you had the
Okay.
bow. You had it marked as well.
Okay, so yeah, I just forgot. No,
Yeah.
that happens.
Yeah. It happens. It happens.
So yeah,
Yeah, that's
So
that's
I
really
was
unfortunate
like-
though. I was hoping, I heard you come and watch you play, and know that this was going to be like not a free win. Like, there's no free wins in this tournament, I think. But I was really hoping for like a really tight race, get to watch back and see like big jumps back and forth. And I don't know, maybe it still has that, but that sucks that the hook shot that you left the hook shot chest.
However,
Yeah.
to be fair, even with that hook shot, you would still need the Desert Small to actually finish Desert. No, sorry, Desert.
I don't
Desert.
I don't need to be desert.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
pendant. I don't
True.
care about desert at all.
It is a pendant. But you still needed to find Swamp, which you just did as.
I mean, I last location. I was doing checks with the overworld on the way, and that made me lose time for searching for Swamp. Basically, I prioritized entrances, but I got all the checks on the way. If I had hookshots, I was not doing any of this.
True. But yeah, that's how random.
Oh yeah. GTB key was in Turtle Rock, right side. That's why you didn't get it.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I
Since
found
Fire
Fire
Rod
Rod and then
seems
just
to
rushed
be-
the Ice Rod because that's the place that makes the most sense to go when you find Fire Rod usually.
Yeah, agree. But yeah, GG's, and good luck in the next round.
Yeah, thanks. You too, GG's, and good luck to you as well. So fun. It was a fun race,
Yeah,
and thanks for comms, everyone, putting on the show, as always.
Absolutely, thank you for running. It was very, very entertaining.
Thank you both. Thank you all. please go follow these runners. They put on an absolutely fantastic show for us here today. Please go follow our trackers who kept all of us in check on what the players actually had and not. Thank you to the entire admin team for putting this tournament together. They're doing a massive job in the background. And thanks to my co-com, Rekka. It was very fun.
Well, thank you for taking care of me and being like, no, that's actually not what... this is what we really need to go. I'm like, oh, thanks.
But yeah, unless our runners have anything additional to say, we are going to close out the stream here. And we do have more rando coming, so do stick around. But for now, I am going to say thank you and hope that our admins can do their job and close out the stream. But thank you all for watching. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for the awesome commentary. We are going to raid, let me check, Kanti, as it seems. Yes. Yeah, later on ZSL, we have 2 games. So there are 2 randomizer, TAH versus Nimamba, and a Link to the Past MNG League game versus Relkin versus Ben Freezy. So check out later CSR and have a nice evening. Bye.